Hi everyone, this is Roberticus, and I'm doing a commentary battle for Rome Total War multiplayer. And I'll be using my sweet Seleucids again, but this time I'm using a Roman theme sort of army, and that I have 5 units of these sweet looking silver shield legionnaires. And I got my general in the middle as well. There he is. So they're strutting their stuff. I've got 5 units of them. They have the gold upgrades, as you can tell by the little flags there. Each flag represents one upgrade. I got 1 unit of peltasts out the front. They'll be my skirmishers. I have 4 units of archers behind them, and 2 units of levy pikemen on the wings. These would be like my Roman triarii units. And they have silver upgrades. And I also have Greek cav as well, but I've already sent them off. They're on the wings, and I'm going to use them to harass his army. But anyway, my opponent is also, he's actually using the original Romans. He'll be playing as Julii, and his name is Empty. And he has 5 units of Roman archers, 4 units of urban cohorts, superior infantry to mine, gold attack and silver defense, I think. And his general is also in one of those units, and that'll be as a reserve for the moment. And he also has 2 units of gold Praetorian cavalry, which I was a bit nervous about because I don't really have an answer to it. I think they probably charge through my levy pikemen and take him out, but anyway. But indirectly I do have an answer to them. I'll be harassing his Roman archers, so he'll be devoting a lot of his time to protecting them. Yeah, you don't want to use Praetorian cavalry as a babysitter. So there we go, I'll be harassing his archers on both wings. At the front here I got a unit of peltasts, and they'll be showering his front unit of Roman archers with javelins. And yes, I'm doing pretty good so far. Yeah, so although I have weaker infantry, a weaker army overall, I'm going to be using all the tactics I've learnt so far to try and bring this sucker down. So my legionnaires are inferior to his. So it's a bit like David versus Goliath. I'm going to try and give him a taste in Roman tactics, a taste in his own medicine. A bit like Australia beating England in cricket. Ooh. Or any other sport for that matter. Oh, snap. There goes all my British subscribers. Anyway. So I'm totally ripping apart his archers now. This unit routs, just because of the presence of my Greek cav. Very intimidating in those farmer's hats. I can imagine some sort of horror character created with those hats on. Sort of like Freddy. Oh, I guess it already has been created. Damn it. Oh well. He tried taking out my peltasts, which were actually in my front line, and I advanced my Roman infantry, and he sort of got caught up in it. Chucked some peeler, but Empty isn't interested in throwing peeler. He charges his urban straight in. I think he's expecting to absolutely bowl over my inferior infantry here, but they'll hold their ground. Ouch. So each of his units lost about 10 men there, which gave me a bit of an advantage. And here he tried to beat my legionnaires into submission here. And I try phalanx charging his cavalry, but he actually walks straight through my front line and tries taking out my archers. It's a bit annoying. Over here I hammer and anvil this lone urban cohort unit, and just because of the weight of numbers around it, combined with the hammer and anvil, that unit's going to rout. He's going to try and do the same thing over here, but it's sort of hampered by this legionnaire unit. It's doing pretty well. So I'm just going to swarm this glob of Julii Romans right now. I'm going to chuck some peeler and charge into these legionnaires. And after that peeler, I'm also going to charge into my Greek cav. So it's a combined arms hammer and anvil here, and that routs the general unit. But they're going to fight to the death. There's his general, by the way. Let's see him die. Gets knocked over and stomped on by one of my legionnaires. And that's how he died. Death from stomping. So at this point, Empty admitted defeat. So I didn't really use any tactics to mop up his men. So just sort of charge, expecting him to admit defeat. But it's a bit annoying when people do that. He's actually going to take out some of my archers here. So I'm not really paying attention. Yeah, so my opponent's name, Empty. I thought I was the first person to come up with that, but basically what it means is if you're hosting a game and you're looking to see if anyone's joined, if it says empty, then no one's there. So you can join your game and they won't even know that you've joined. If it wasn't for the message saying someone has joined, little notification in the chat. But anyway, there's one other joke which I thought I made up myself, but it was a knock-knock joke a while ago. And I went knock-knock, and they said, "Who's there?" And I said, "Little old lady." And they said, "Little old lady who?" And I said, "Quit yodeling." And I thought that was a pretty good joke for being 9 years old at the time. No, it was actually a few days ago. Yeah, but apparently it was already made. And I was really annoyed when that happened. So there you go, my guys can celebrate. Good job. We took down those firefighters, invincible firefighters, as Ace Blazer puts them. They got a bit fat in Rome and they forgot to use tactics. So my inferior units took out his urban cohorts. That was a heroic victory for me. I deployed 1,200 men. Empty deployed 830 men. I killed 770 men, and Empty killed 591 men. So it was a good game to Empty, and I hope you guys all enjoyed watching that video. See you later.